Nouns are looking again for that first blood attempt on Sea Smile, eyeing up the mid lane. Biding their time, waiting patiently. And here comes Husky, the techies. Just hiding in the trees, waiting for his prime target. The victim. The spider.
Smile. It might backstab.
The battle
Is
begins.
one blood grenade available? What's he gonna get?
Hello. He's dead. He's absolutely dead. Pops his flame guard, but dies nonetheless. Panda with like a 4-man decay. He's got 16 stacks. Big old decay. Well, who gets all the bounty runes though? That's the big question. Like first blood, sure, that's nice. Lelis dancing around the bounty there.
Almost missed it, or he was just going with it. Probably the other one. So you give first blood to Lone Druid. Good luck, have fun on Ember Spirit.
Yeah.
More like good luck. I don't think he's gonna have fun.
He's gonna have a straight up bad time, I think. And 2 for 2 bounty runes. So even in that regard, but you can see the little lead there for Nouns. We're going to get larger and larger. So down at bottom lane, Techies and Anti-Mage against the Beastmaster Spirit Breaker. Might be a little challenging here for Nouns in this lane in particular. I'm trying to keep Yamstone alive for as long as possible, especially once we get these charge bashes plus the wild axes from long range. Whisper probably going to have a reasonably good solid time down in that bottom lane. Mid will not look at.
Bam. Mid, we're just gonna look at CS, but how's Ember having 6 CS? Sea Smile doing a very good job. Gunnar. Pick it up. Level 2 Bear as soon as that comes online. More damage onto him, but see, almost managed to farm bottom. Like lost some of the gold from dying there. Nothing too much.
And in that top lane, Morphling Undying. Another very solid lane from EG. Broodmother, Rubik both need quite a number of levels to get themselves off the ground, and that's where this early aggression from Panda and Pakaz can pay off. Powerful stuff from EG. They don't get the kill on Rubik, and yeah, Panda a little worse for wear there as the creep wave arriving on that Radiant Tier 1.
Very low, like all 4 heroes low on HP in this bottom lane. Be a kill anytime soon. As soon as Matthew hits that level 2 with charge, you can go on Anti-Mage, who doesn't have point and counter spell. Hiding right now. Trying to get the pull off and might be able to get it. A couple of those.
One range creep. Get in there, my son. How does charge work with counter spell nowadays? Just blocks it? Because the AM doesn't start charging, right?
No, you remember back in the days when you
used to
stop the charge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Yeah.
I think we were, yeah.
It used to be AM just charges into the Spirit Breaker and is unstopped. Straight into Fountain. Yeah, now I think it just gets blocked. Panda. Oh, taking a beating. Blood Grenade. Lelis and Moo closing around the Undying. He's got a Mango, but yeah, cooldown on Decay. Very difficult for him to stand and fight. Instead goes for the trade kill. Allows Pakaz to open up on Lelis. Get the Lotus as well as he backs up. Moo completely out of mana at this point. And putting a good amount of harassment on Pakaz, who just stands there and lets him hit him.
It's a creep because of it.
I've noticed Pakaz does that quite often.
Yeah, he does. He likes to taunt a bit.
Never refuse gold.
Back to region. Pakaz holding the tangos, has healing lotus, magic wand. He's good to go. Burst damage, there's 8 gold, but that's about it. It's only level 2 at the moment.
You have been denied.
And for Moo, it's a race to level 6. And we have seen a few little deviations in item build. Moo does tend to like this Helm of the Dominator build. See if he goes the same direction as, like we said, the building down here from Nouns is pretty substantial with Brood and Lone Druid. Ember Spirit doing very well in this lane though. Sea Smile 23 and 3 in a lane which we both felt should maybe not be as crushing as a Necro or a Huskar, but this should be a little better for the Lone Druid, right?
It does get difficult for Ember Spirit. He managed to burst him. I guess he was on low HP and just got Fade Bolt, Telekinesis, couple of right clicks from Moo.
Yeah, Silken Bowler, couple of hits.
Just rename yourself the Zoo at this point. Like, he's just playing anything that has summons.
I should change those little goggles, the Nouns goggles, to Zoo. Moo.zoo. Oh, there we see it. Sea-Smile getting entangled up. That's where things get rough, needing Matthew's rotation to refill the bottle. Gunnar continually taking this chip damage, though, from the sleights of fist.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Does leave Anti-Mage alone in that bottom lane for a bit of free farm time, though. And top two last hitters, both Nouns heroes. As they charge in mid, Gunnar getting caught out. Matthew's move paying off. Sea-Smile now probably thinking, hey, I've won my lane.
Oh, not a bad kill here, which does push Ember Spirit closer to level 6. And he has more CS than Lone. I don't think it should be this way. In terms of net worth, Lone Druid has more because he got that first blood. But still, Sea-Smile managed to recover. I think this game now pretty even. Gunnar have the bear available.
Down at bottom, Husky keeping the pressure on Whisper. Keeping him as low as possible. He went for the Diadem first over the Helm. Trying to go Helm the Dominator very quickly. And we see Moo here with the treads up first. Catapult going to get cleared out by Pakaz eventually. As Moo drags a couple of Dire Creeps back down. And then in the mid lane, rotation from Lelis. So they are looking to apply pressure mid, but down bottom, Whisper and Matthew on top of Husky. The Boar slows, getting in on top of Techies, killing him off. And mid lane, that's where the collapse was from Lelis Rubik. Gets the grab and kill onto that Sea-Smile Ember Spirit.
'Tis mine.
As Lone Druid, like, you do possess a kill threat. Like, even in 1 versus 1 scenario, it means you're going to be getting level 6 faster than him. Your level 6 doesn't matter that much. Gunnar is saving a point for now, in case they try to go on in true form, just make super tanky. But denying some of the creeps from Ember means that he's not going to have that remnant. And they're going in again. He doesn't have a creep. Do they have a glyph available? Oh, God. It's a cooldown.
Remnant. He gets away. Husky.
I thought that they're going to glyph it one more time, maybe, underneath the tower. Just, not allow him to get the CS. But he got looted. Sea-Smile dead again.
Yeah. Yeah, there they are. Rubik and Lone Druid is pairing up to kill off his Ember multiple times. Wisdom runes going 1 for 1 as Moo dips back. Matthew goes off to the right-hand side.
Dire's middle
Again, just kind of alleviating a bit of pressure from the anti-mage there with his Spirit Breaker forced to rotate and move around the map. Matthew's got a lot on his plate this game. At least this time around, though, EG's Morphling doing much better in the laning stage. Panda comes in mid, trying to help out Sea-Smile against this LD Rubik. Lelis just lifts him, runs back. Matthew TP rotated in. Sentry ward down. Let's see if they can get that D ward. Where's Spirit Breaker charging off to? Down to bottom. Beastmaster yet to get the Roar online.
He's
still level 5. There it is. Not in range though. Husky gets back behind tower, safe and sound. Panda coming across thinking, hey, there's some vision here. Something's not quite right.
EG in this game, they need 1 CS for great things to happen.
Yeah.
Still gotta get the kill on Husky. Maybe deal some damage to the tower. Charge onto mid lane again. Searching for Sea-Smile.
Gunnar under tower, taking some heavy hits here with the charge in. Gunnar, his hero, is about to die. Taking far too many tower shots. There's 2 panda bears on the floor falling into the ground. Just being absorbed into the floor. Well, it's given this mid lane now.
They're big kills. Like, usually Lone Druid is tanky enough to survive through all this damage. But puts another point in Spirit Bear. 4-1-2 build, doesn't have true form, was saving a point for a long time. And it's level 6 onto Anti-Mage. Gets the stun, gets the ulti, gets the kill.
Takes him down. That's why the Spirit Breaker have been wanting to see him. Yes, he dies in the end. His killing spree grabbed up by Moo. But this Spirit Breaker's got, what, 2 kills on the Lone Druid, a kill on the AM, protecting top, defending mid. Matthew's done tremendous amounts of work so far in these first 10 minutes.
Matthew is the real Moo in this game. Charges across the map, gets the kill on AM.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
AM this time
Dire's top tower
really having a worse time than in the previous game.
Oh, the stolen remnant. Rubik's in onto Sea Smile. Bear is chasing him. One final sleight of fist, but Lilith is there with the remnants and a courier snipe to top it all off. Pakans has rotated bottom and they're charging into Husky. Whisper has killed the tower in the meanwhile.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Husky going to get back to his tier 2, so no real connection from the Spirit Breaker there. An absolute back and forth game 2. 7-7, nothing in it in terms of net worth. Lone Druid and Broodmother are getting to work on these tier 1 towers, though, opening up the map for Nouns a little bit.
This tower is dead. Mid tower very low on HP. Yamsan, he needs to find some kind of a farm. At least he does have Cornucopia. 10 minutes into the game on top of power treads. Dead. Enjoying himself in the game. Still yet to find the neutral item. Casual Yasha after casual Morbid Mass. Seems like more of a casual hero. Chill.
Very casual, super chill. Nice and calm. Well, this is absolutely the environment EG thrives in. I'm not sure about Nouns, but these scrappy team fights, this non-stop fighting and battling is what EG absolutely love to do, but Nouns are going to try and answer it. Tenki's in with a blast off and some mines. A lift up there, but through the bulldoze means it lasts not too long. Matthew going to get chased by spiderlings, but he survived long enough to get away. Moo wanting just to hold on to this mid-tier 1 as Gunnar is in true form. Nobody falling yet. EG extricate themselves from the scenario, and the sleight of fist duration on all these spiderlings. Sea Smile is like off the map for an hour.
Well, Lilith's really on point in some of these spell steals. Manages to get Fire Remnant stolen, gets the kill on Ember, gets the courier killed. Now getting some extra farm from those spiders.
And another tower down as well. Max Commander's Phase Boots Bear, Deso queued up, already have field of corrosion. This is what you're looking for. Being protected by the LD and the Broodmother as they apply pressure on the map, pushing waves, clearing towers. Still doesn't find a little pocket of safety. Being charged at, being run at, Undying Spirit Breaker on the Anti-Mage's tail non-stop. At some point, EG are going to start sending heroes back. One of these questions, you know, this Beastmaster, okay, Helmet Dominator is going to give you a little bit more of that ghost push and tower pressure yourself to maybe mirror the movements from this LD and Brood. But maybe with an Aghanim Scepter on the Beastmaster, you could maybe go and deal with the Spiderlings a bit better.
Bulldoze, what an ability. Like, why is it 40% level 1? Like, 40% status resist. This is the old SNY plus Satanic status resistance combo. It's like, yeah, you can't get stunned. Stun off.
Pakaz spending his waveform and his attribute shift. Mine's getting popped out by Pakaz, but look at how many heroes Nouns have down here. Charge going to get cancelled out in the last second as the Morphling falls. Gunnar and Lelis looking at Matthew now. Some good body blocks from Yamsun. Doesn't keep in front of Matthew, though, sadly for him. And Gunnar just going to keep scouting them with his bear. Is that a shield rune bear? He's so shiny.
I believe it is. It's Joel from The Last of Us.
I don't understand that reference. I know who you're talking about, but...
Yeah, it's the name of the bear. People always rename their bear.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. The bear is named Joel.
I appreciate the honesty, Gary. Instead of laughing it off like, yeah, that's a good joke.
So what the fuck are you talking about? Move. You dropped the nice. Who heard you? That spirit bat is going to become real nasty. And Yamsun loses his courier, which had a tier 1 token on it.
Who's going to be stronger, Spirit Bear or Spirit Bear Cur? Let's see. Ember, he's fine. Getting out, no telekinesis. Savage Roar. It's also available.
Well, this is the group up and play. Lone Druid and Brood up in this top lane. Tier 2, probably not going to last too long when that new creep wave comes in. EG, they can try and spread the map, get some stacks, farm through with the Morphling and the Beastmaster, but at some point you have to fight into Nouns. At some point, you've got to match this aggression. Spirit Breaker's up here with the Ember. Slight spam. And clears out all the Spiderling army. Keeps getting rebuilt up by Mo. We do have this Hawk over the top, giving the vision. And that's going to be the end of the push for now. So just a couple of heroes here from EG showing up actually quells the push.
I think the reason why Moo's going for Helm of the Dominator / Overlord is to steal it from Beastmaster and also have like one of their own. It's also a lot of ghost push, something that Thundra uses, where it's like, oh, Beastmaster, Helm of the Overlord, send out some of these boars,
are fortified.
Black Dragon. You know that lane's gonna be pushed in.
The Kobold! Oh, Kobold in the mid lane, dragging the wave. Really got hit by the hell there, Smasher, but he's fine. Oh, top lane, the Root. They caught out the Ember Spirit. They kill him off in the duration of the Entangling Claws. Sea Smile down. Now this tier 2 can finally be killed off.
Level 4 Entangling Claws, 2.8 hero duration. That's pretty nuts. This tower looks pretty dead. They're trying to wrap around Matthew.
That should help. Dire's top tower.
Bombs did explode, so they know someone's coming.
And Nouns get the tower and they get out. Kind of a funny game where both teams are playing this like 4 protect 1. Nouns are coming out on top in the 4v4. In the 1v1, the Morphling is about 1,000. 1.4k ahead of the anti-mage. Not a tremendous difference between the two of them, especially as we saw in the previous game how well AM can do up in this carry matchup 1v1 against the Morphling.
Also, Yamson just picked up his battle fury, so that
Radiant's middle tower is under
he's gonna
attack.
keep getting smaller and smaller. Morphling just doesn't farm at the same pace as AM with battle fury.
Yeah.
Helm of the Overlord done on Whisper. Have Ancient Frostbitten Golem. Cooldown reduction 11%. Couldn't find anything better.
But I guess that little one is better than the big one with the Tower Frost Blast, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's one in the Radiant one.
Yeah.
Ancient Ice Shaman, Ice Bomb, Ice Fire. Is he going to make their move into mid? Get a tier 1. Claim a bit of map for themselves, some territory they can call their own. But in the meantime, now getting a slightly bigger objective. First Roshan, but we'll be handing this Aegis over to Gunnar's lone Druid.
Ancient Frostbitten Golem, what a good looking fella. I like this creep a lot. I never actually zoomed in on them.
Does he have an underbite?
Yeah. The sign of
they all do.
Yeah.
Oh, every good neutral creep has an underbite. He swapped out for the Ancient Thunderhide now, so we're going to have the Frenzy on the Morphling and the Slap to try and clear out some of these creep waves. Still not too much in it. Overall net worth difference is 0. It just ping pong from 1k or less than 1k from EG back across to Nouns. And this is where, with this first Aegis, Nouns want to be gathering up all the tier 2s, all outer objectives. I'm not sure if they want to rush straight to high ground yet, but it might be a consideration still. Feeling very strong.
Druid. They want the bear. They want Joel.
Joel down.
You saw what happens when you try to focus Joel. He gets rampage pretty much. Spoiler alert, by the way. Yeah.
Into a blinding rage. Yamson killed by Pakaz.
He got charged. Nether Strike. And Morphling just like waveform on top of him. That's a big deal. This is massive. 400 gold in the hands of Morphling, who's now on top of the net worth.
And now he's blasting off onto Husky. And Pakaz is doing it all. He's setting up kills, killing off AM, finding the techies. Gunnar's lone Druid going to get dashed up as Matthew charged across. And he's going to turn around and fight with his Spirit Bear, shred through Matthew quite simply. Meanwhile, in the top lane, EG pressing forward onto tier 1, keeping Moo at bay, making sure the spiders aren't pushing into their base.
Both teams have a lot of push, a lot of building damage. So if you lose like one fight near your base, that's like 1.5 set of barracks pretty much.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's not quite sure what to do with
Radiant's
himself.
top tower is
I
under
don't
attack.
go on C-Small, the farm
Dire's
ancients.
structures
Can't really
are
defend that tier 1.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I was starting to see some of these items you wanted in that draft. You mentioned that Crimson Guard. Whisper has it queued up. Picking up the Vanguard. Bit of protection against all that physical damage coming their way.
Oh, Joel again.
Oh,
Charging him another waveform. He's very speedy.
oh, he's dead, isn't he?
Another strike.
Yeah.
If
Oh.
he, oof.
That's a big hit from Matthew. Shadow Blade, he was smoked up. Very speedy Spirit Breaker, getting some hefty whacks onto that bear. I mean, as this game has slowed down, this first Aegis from Nouns has felt...
Radiant's bottom
Well,
tower
yeah, hasn't
is
really
under
created
attack.
too much impact. 2 minutes left on it for the lone Druid. Let's see what they can do around this bottom tier 2. Because EG rallying around the Pakar's Morphling. He's got himself that Dragonlance Manta, so pretty tanky. Gunnar getting focused down, gets into the true form. Half HP, the bear focus, roared and nearly killed. Sea-Smiles in deep. They do get the stun though. Stolen Roar thrown onto Pakar, still standing his ground and fighting. Anti-Mage joining the fray, but Sea-Smiles cleared out Husky. A Panda Undying, running it back, and there's another set of tunes. There's no bear, no Aegis there. The lone Druid dead, and Lelith's about to fall into the grave. One by one, Nouns fall short, and EG fighting into Aegis, finding their moments and clearing them out.
They understood that if they kill Bear again,
Radiant's
it's a
bottom
lot of
tower is under
their
attack.
damage taken out. Anti-Mage still doesn't feel comfortable joining the fight, so it doesn't have any way of dispelling any of these
Radiant's bottom
things.
tower
If he
has fallen.
misuses anything gets charged, he's gonna die. They're gonna lock him down. And we talked about this like Crimson Guard
Radiant's
buyer.
bottom tower is
Whisper's
under
going
attack.
back to it.
Radiant's
During the
structures
draft,
are
we said, you know,
fortified.
might be a good way to pick it up against Blue Button, Lone Druid, Anti-Mage. It's a lot of right clicks. Once he gets that, they're gonna become super tanky.
I mean, something else we were talking about was Nouns pushing high ground in 20 minutes, but it's EG that gets up to a tier 3. Takes it down to about half health. It really is.
That
How do you play Uno, by the way? Can you stack +2s and +4s in your home game?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, that's why people cry more. That's just how I like it.
That's the way I've always played. I found out recently that's not how it's meant to be. Oh, Yamson.
Really?
Yeah, there was like an official tweet by the Uno Twitter account saying you're not meant to stack +2s and +4s, and everyone was like, nah, shut up, you don't know the rules.
You made up the rules. Like, what do you know about the rules? Like, we make our own rules in our house.
It's a-
Like it,
yeah, it's
and for the board
only your
games in
game.
general, yeah, it's like, you know, there are written rules, rules that are not clarified enough, and then you have to make up some of your own rules.
Yeah, it's like a Monopoly. You know, if you go to jail, you put some money in the middle. If you land on go, you collect all the money. These house rules make things fun.
Guild sign, not there, but there's shard upgrades to reactive taser.
You're reading the first thing that you see.
I was thinking about Monopoly. I was thinking, like, when was the last time I played Monopoly?
Gold given.
Oh god, a long time
I
ago.
don't know, like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, it's not a good board game. Like, the wildest thing about Monopoly, it was created to show the like underlying flaws of capitalism, and it's not meant to be a fun game. It's meant to be despair and sadness.
Radiant's top tower
And it
is
might
under
actually,
attack.
despair and sadness might be what Moo's facing here. Being charged up, C-Smile. Oh, it doesn't find him with a slight. Matthew, under tier 3. A little bit deep there, my friend.
Radiant's top
He's going to be
tower
fine, though.
is
It's EG gonna coming around him, looking towards another high ground push, up to tier 3 again.
They're going. And they're not stopping. They feel that Anti-Mage is still not fight ready. No Manta style is being delivered on the courier, but yeah. Ancient Dino dying, so that's extra 250.
Building's falling pretty quickly. Gunnar sends his bear forward with a savage roar. He fears back the morph. Ancient Black Dragon making short work of these barracks, though. And Picars can continually frontline. Lincoln's pop. Manta in 3 has 1 charges, and that shift to strength. The waveform back to safety, and EG will ditch on this for now. He came in, got more than expected. And like you say, they know that Yamson just isn't ready to fight yet.
Dealing with Spirit Breaker, Morphling, Chains, like one Beastmaster Roar is gonna get you killed. Or no saves available. on Nouns at the moment. There's like Solar Crest. Rubik has Yule Scepter. No Glimmer Cake. Still the Purple Fire Light Ring like in the previous game.
Man, no real safety net. I need to be landing their spells. It's super important for these blast-offs, the steals from Rubik. To be connecting properly. Husky, Lelis, and Yamson smoking down into that bottom right-hand corner. Fast spawn on Roche is in about 15 seconds from now. It would be nice to get some good ward coverage down.
The rune of
Maybe even
regeneration.
find Matthew here. Spirit Breaker lifted up. Bulldoze comes out now as he's yuled into the sky, wasting the Bulldoze time, and a good blast off there. Well-placed spell casting by Nouns does grab them a kill.
Any pickup they can get right now feels really good, but at EG again, they're pressing the tower on a mid. Last tier 2 tower. Like Pakaz is gonna start working on it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, why not? He feels incredibly strong right now. Taking a look at the buybacks. We do have 4 ready on Nouns' side. This next team fight should be the tipping point.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
As many heroes as you possibly can just to throw into this absolute onslaught that EG are bringing to your base. Panda frontlining, meeting the spider army. Moo spotted his target, but Panda's got some protection. Down at bottom, look at Lelis and Yamson. Waiting for Matthew to come in. They dust him up, Yules him. They've caught out the Spirit Breaker. Let's see if they can actually kill him and finish him off. Quite a lot of damage coming his way as Yamson blinks forward aggressively. But Matthew is safe.
Change, extra status assistance, extra tankiness, and now he's charging too.
I'm not sure. He's going on a holiday. He's popping up into that mid lane.
Done in 50 seconds. Gunnar side, so EG does have this advantage. Using their own outpost, using the buybacks.
So how
C-Smile had like 5,000 gold in the bank. It's like, yeah, Shiva's.
I mean, look at bottom lane. Yamson just dying to this Morphling Spirit Breaker. They've got on top of him with a charge, and Pakaz there again. I was just they're fighting the Ancients as well. C-Small with the Hench Druid. Blast-offs in. Mood trying to turn and fight with a Savage Roar on the Ember. They're getting on top of C-Small, but another slide as BKB's up, so he gets in the distance. Meanwhile, Panda just runs forward with another Remnant. They're in again. A root on Techie is catching him out. Flame God expires, but there we go. C-Small with another pickup, and Matthew charging in onto Moo. Gets the bash connection, but the Yules is there. Trouble being, they've got Panda and C-Small still pummeling. With all this damage in the world, Moo has to buy back as Pakaz waveforms into the base. Aggressive stuff from this Morphling at EG. No holds barred here as they go hardcore into Nouns.
This is the EG we're used to see. Like when they smell blood, they're just like really going for it. They feel that the enemy, and this is what I like about the team, is they're like understand how strong they are at the moment, so constantly running at people. Emerson trying to find some farm, get that Lincoln's online. Matthew getting busted.
Oh man, well, that's what the Yules is for, right, against those Bulldoze. Yules doesn't care, status resistance at all. I mean, Matthew pops the smoke. I mean, look at Pakaz. Into the AM form, blinks forward aggressively. Before that fight kicked off, I was going to ask you how much of a problem is it here for Nouns that their kind of timing around Broodmother and Lone Druid has been missed a little bit? They didn't get a tier 3 or barracks. First Roche didn't work out for them. Is anti-mage enough of a safety net going into late game?
Doesn't feel like it. Not in this game. Morphling just way too farmed. He can turn into him, steal his stats. That's going to be like big Lincolns. He still needs to farm recipe, so extra 1400 gold for AM. Great against charge, great against morph axe. Let's see if they're gonna be Savage Roar.
Blast off in as well. Roche nearly dead and Whisper being focused. Beastmaster down and Roche up for grabs. Gunnar can just walk in here with Yamson and take it. Marcy Small and jumped in. Yamson snatches it. Aegis in the hands of the AM. A glimpse back as they do move in onto Panda. C-Small jumping around this fight, but Pakaz, Lincoln's popped and he's got to waveform away. C-Small, Remnants off to the right, and Pakaz blinks out in that anti-mage morph form again. Yamson a little too far forward without the backup of his team as Matthew charged deep into enemy lines. He'll now track back and look to kill off the Spirit Breaker. A good turn of events there for Nouns. Getting Aegis, getting that cheese up on them as well.
This was massive. Like this savage roar onto everybody inside the Roach pit pushes them out, and it does allow them to pick up both Aegis and Cheese. Being held by Gunnar right now. Yamson holding the Aegis, so that's pretty massive. It does allow him to play much more aggressive because behind enemy lines, trying to kill maybe some couriers. It would have been big. That's Lincoln's on AM.
So close.
Radiant's
We'll still find him with the illusions, okay. And might find Gunnar's courier as well.
Radiant's courier has been
a couple of hits, down it goes. And I did already deliver the item to the bear, right? It was a BKB? Yeah, BKB's on the bear.
So Mage, he doesn't have it for 2.5 minutes with this recipe.
Get a catch, a cut, blast off, down he goes. They've got a tremendous amount of nuke damage, and now they're onto the Undying. Panda was here to try and back up his Morphling, but Picard's is dead for a minute. See Small with a bit of help here. Tombstone drop, the grab ally comes into play, but the fear, the damage, and Yamson clears up. Okay, we were wondering about Nouns missing their timing, but Anti-Mage has made his appearance, and now they're ready to run down lanes and kill some buildings.
Is it really grab ally if you use it on yourself?
Yeah.
It is?
What do you want it to be called? Grab self? Sounds a bit dodgy to me. Just give me a second. Grab self for high ground.
And they use the buyback. No buyback on Morphling, but he's down to 20 seconds. As we said, you lose a fight, you lose Baron so quickly.
Stolen Tombstone though. Pretty nice. Blast off the mark. C-Small dodges in. Disarm now as Matthew charges in, but Mule Scepter's there to cancel it out. And C-Small focused down. Has to remember back. Half HP Ember Spirit, and Matthew taking a huge hit. Yam's on a move. Doesn't get the kill on the Mana Void, but will take the Spirit Breaker down nonetheless. 45 seconds without him as Morphling is about to respawn. Rax down, and Nouns, they bail. Hold back for a little bit.
Gunnar here. He's available.
Drag EG out of the base, look to turn and fight. Bear comes back. Picard's in the AM form, turns for first Gunnar. Turns into the Picard's AM Morphling. Tombstone down for Panda as well. Let's see around this Aegis respawn of Yamson of the kill and focus the Tombstone down. Picard goes in very deep. Does have multiple forms of maneuverability here with the waveform and the blink, but Panda's been put in harm's way and he's dead for 70.
They're doing it. It seems like they came to this point where Anti-Mage feels much more comfortable joining the fight. Like his career is dead. He's still sitting at 3.5k gold at the moment. Broodmother, who was thinking about what do I need to buy? Is it gonna be Hex? Opted to go for Pipe instead to mitigate some of the magical damage that they have. So next item, maybe a Hex for a little bit more control, or if they need some extra armor, go for AC. And also skipping Faciable Hunters completely to Mercy Hero, so you get damage from that. Not sure if that's like the build that I've seen before, but definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, this game, we kind of felt that EG was starting to run away with it. The past 15 minutes, they were building up, 8, 9, 10k lead. That one team fight, defend your base, push out, get that Roshan fight that you need as Nouns, and they're straight back in it. Nothing between these two squads now in terms of the metrics. It really shows this Yamson Anti-Mage, if he is left to his own devices, really can come in to these hot spots in these fights, find the pickoffs he needs. And Whisper just finished off his Aghanim Scepter. A little bit more now to deal with the zoo of Nouns.
Are a big item. Like there's Aghanim Scepter on Beastmaster. It's like a bit of a later one, like post 30 minutes. Big fan when the item is like early on and makes you super tanky. It still does, don't get me wrong, but you can easily get killed. Like one blast off, couple of right clicks from AM, Lone Druid gets the root on you, you're gonna die.
Smoke into smoke. Nouns head southeast. This next Roshan seems vitally important for both of these teams. Not up for 3 minutes at the very least. They still want to vie for position and control, and Nouns are the ones that are down this top racks.
It is time. Lone Druid on the hero, 4 raid bans, going for the 5th raid ban post 25 minute mark.
And Nouns repositioning themselves. Let's see what they can do. Around the twin gate, around the watcher. They're thinking about going through the gate there, but Smile, Ember Spirit jumps in with the fear and the bash, and the BKB is up with a sleight of fist. He's trying to get away. Smile gets bashed again. Yamsun claims his prize. Ember Spirit gone to 70. Bakaz with his BKB trying to stand his ground and fight. Drops Yamsun low. Husky going to be the target of choice now, though. And in the midst of all the zoo and bears and spiders, Panda's dying and dying, falling, and Yamsun with another bash. Mana Void and the Mana Burn. Oh, Bakaz, Manta Style jumps away into Lone Druid 4, but he's got no blinks, no maneuverability. The Morphling's down and out. Nouns with another resounding team fight victory.
This is also a fight with no buybacks on their side, even though you have like outpost DP2 immediately after you buy out. It's just like damage from anti-mage from Lone Druid is insane. It's like so hard to focus it down. This is level 3 Druid form we're talking about, so extra 1500 HP, extra armor. He has like 75-80% physical resistance, but he's Druid form with all these great bands. Smiles like just way too deep. Like he tried to bait, dodge with slide his blast off from techies, but in the end they do have like abilities that go through BKB, anti-mage with the bash, locks him down. And now off to the last set of barracks. Morphling, no buyback for 30 seconds. Same scenario is in this game.
Minutes of being superb from Nouns. You've got to try in a last-ditch effort to hold on to their base. Only Morphling for 30. Don't focus by moving the lab. Matthew out of mana. His best of these should be bashed down and cleared out. Buyback out from the Spirit Breaker, sure. But your building's in trouble. Base in disarray. Another charge in. Matthew doesn't want to go too deep. Just focusing the Lone Druid Bear for now.
Gunnar doesn't have a bear available, so they need to fall back, try to reset. Bear available in 50 seconds. Roche respawning potentially in 30. Next Roche is crucial. If EG loses next Roche, they lose the game. No coming back. Bakaz invested everything into items, which I think is a correct choice. That's one of the reasons why he doesn't have it. He wants to dish out as much damage as possible. I don't think in this situation it matters. Now buyback available. The fight's already over.
Invisibility.
1 minute 40. We're up to a 15k lead for now. I mean, this resilience really is superb stuff from them. Felt like they were about to be down and out. Lincoln's popped on the AM, but he gets off his counter spell. He's away from them. Not with the rest of the squad. EG wandering, just wandering around the pit. Please spawn, Roshan, come on.
It's gonna be a long minute for EG. Mid lane, bottom lane, pushing in slowly. There's the Hex, full Hex on move.
With a Spell Prism. Abyssal Blade on the Lone Druid. Tons of control here. So many ways to catch this Morph and Ember Spirit. They're smoked up. Around the twin gate, high ground wall placed. Hawk spotted. Vision is lacking here for EG. They do not see how to enter the fight.
They can wait it out. They don't have to rush anything. Their vision from EG. They have a gem. Already killed one observer board. They can kill the Hawk.
Yeah, the straight on Whisper. Fashion up, Abyssal Blade. Grab allies there to save them by a bit of time. Ember relenting into the back line. Matthew trying to get on top of, well, it's Rubik. Aurora's out. The Brood another focus. Moon losing a lot of his HP quickly. They've got the fear, though, on the Morphling. Allowing Moon a little bit of safety, but he's finished off by C-Smile. Double kill for the Ember. Gunnar focusing Panda. Mana Void is there. Kill him off. But it's time to run. Nouns don't have the staying power. EG have taken them down.
What a back and forth game, but look at the base. They lost tier 4 tower. There's gonna be some extra damage onto tier 4. But EG, they understood that they need to take this Roche life, and this is the big one. It's the third cheese refresher plus Aegis. They would definitely like Radiant Roche is just so much stronger in most of the situations because you don't have like one charge. And look at this little rat move from Yamsun. Gotta get melee barracks, so you're now left with range ones, which is easily killed.
One ranged barracks left standing. They are going to get themselves the Aegis though.
Anyone's game to take. Like, still 10k gold lead for Nouns. how do you defend? Like, how do you protect this last range character? You're playing against Anti-Mage, you're playing against Lone Druid, who can buy Aghanim Scepter eventually. Like, you're gonna be playing against Mega Creeps unless you run it down a mid lane and still manage to defend somehow.
It really is a very, very back and forth game, though. Really can't call it. Super close between these two teams, just executing in fights at the vital moments. Let's see what Pakaz can do with this Aegis and Cheese, though. He's got a Daedalus queued up and very nearly has it complete. Probably just going to buy out here, knowing that he's got several lives up his sleeve. Get as many items in his inventory as possible.
Morphling, this is the new deck build for Morphling. You get that level 20 talent, waveform attacks targets, minus 40 seconds on waveform cooldown. Then with Daedalus, you just killing people during waveform.
Yeah. Like Daedalus Satanic, the old school build. Pakaz shows on mid. Nouns are in position. Lincoln's popped. And then forward, Sea-Smile dives. Scouts them out, gives the vision for his team. Very speedy piggy there. Hasted Ember Spirit charging towards you. Zombies giving vision as well. The Tombstone allowing this jump further forward. A Whistle Blade down on the Ember Spirit now. Lone Druid trying to focus in with the bear, but Nouns are going to back up from there. There's Spirit Bear half health and looking very sad when it goes into this team fight. Just gets collapsed on by EG. But look at top. Yamsun is clearing waves, getting towards that range barracks.
Someone needs to go. Yeah, you're going to be playing against Megas. Bottom and mid are pushed out, but you need to take care of this one. It's going to be AM Illusions. Out, half duration. Immediately, they're onto it.
And they get a couple of hits on, but 3 heroes there mounting a defense.
Not an easy game for EG to win. Sure, they're holding the Aegis, holding Cheese Refresher on Ember Spirit. Just like you leave the base, you're most likely gonna be losing those barracks. How long until the Aegis is gone? 2.5 minutes. Cell Smoke, Yamsun using Ninja Gear. Wants to threaten the kill on those barracks. Go for Megas.
Yeah, I mean, EG are really just running around spinning plates, trying to keep them all up in the air. So many things to contend with. Morphling at this point. What does he even build next? Upgrade Aghanim for the Blessing. Butterflies queued up. And at some point he's going to be fully slotted. And Lone Druid, he's still got room to grow. We already talked about that Aghanim Scepter, the Assault Cuirass, all this good stuff. Oh, but this could be the game changer. DD Rune.
On Morphling, what's that damage? 600 plus.
Oh. That's pretty disgusting. What's his crits? 1,600 crits on the creep.
Not bad. But I just want to see how they're going to deal with this split push. Yamsun is going through the gates.
Matthew holds out on top. The remaining 4 members of EG waltzing into mid, smoked up.
Matthew's teeping out. Where's he teeping to? He's teeping to the base. He's teeping from tier 3 tower to the base.
Every little helps. He knows he's got to come back, deal with some AM illusions, clear another wave. TP's back. They're hoping the real AM shows. Yamsun knows better.
Damage.
It is. No treat in this game.
Bring it back.
No, do not do that. And completely caught by Yamsun. Ninja Gear Anti-Mage. Obscuring himself on the mat, hiding away, and jumping in when it's his moment to strike. Wisdom runes are up. 40 odd minutes into the game. Let's have a look at them.
Big chunk of experience. AM. It's level 25. And avoid cooldown. Brings it down to 20 seconds. It's a difficult spot. Like this play from Yamsun where he focused barracks. Melee ones is got a game winning. It's been a steady 10k gold lead for Nouns in the past like 5 minutes or so. But he's keeping them in game. If he didn't kill those barracks, EG would have, like I would say, easily go and make stuff done around the map. But now they feel very timid about just leaving the base. There. Elves. XP department Gunnar. Level 22. Definitely love to get close to that level 25.
We have 3 lanes pushing into EG's side. Mid is going to meet near the river. Morphling Illusion's helping that on its way. I think Antimate's probably thinking, hey, if my team can get creeps into the base down bottom, I can chip away at top. But they don't want to spread too much here, Nouns. Sticking close together.
Smoked has Arcane Rune. He wants to go. Couple of right clicks, Manta style, get out of the trouble. Keep them busy for a second, and he's gonna go for Rat. Illusions are in.
I can see them coming out of the base. Illusions in. Barracks taking a bit of chip damage. And EG yet again.
Damage, 250.
Keep having to come back and contend with it over and over and over again. Death by 1,000 cuts to this anti-mage ratting and split pushing. They really do have the rattiest lineup ever, right? Broodmother, Lone Druid, anti-mage.
Again, illusions are coming in. Thinking about it.
How many more? How many more is it going to take? How many more illusions does he have to send? Cannon fodder. Gunnar. The backup of Moo and Husky. AM's in on the barracks. Mega creeps are coming. EG. What do you do? Try and force a fight?
It was just a bad
They're looking.
time.
That was a very, very good like maneuver and positioning from Nouns as well. Grouping up as 4 in mid, not giving a target, staying out of vision, making sure you're obscured by the trees and the fog. AM using that moment perfectly. And then he twin gates back down to bottom.
Roshan potentially available in a minute. They got the charge on.
Get off to move with the roar. Kill off the spider. Broodmother's gone. Does have buyback there as Gunnar is in the mix. Anti-mage jumps into the back. Whisper getting caught out. Yamsun counter spell. Man turn. Try and dodge away from the damage. Some physical heavy hits from Picard. Bring him low though. As Sea-Smile still in there. Slight spamming. Killing Husky. Techies and the Lone Druid dead. EG get 3 kills. Defending their base as Yamsun looks for Matthew, but he can't even get that kill. Spirit Breaker still up and running.
Ember actually keeping him alive there, making the difference. Does he want to chase? Doesn't blink onto high ground. Mega creeps are approaching. They lose a lot of heroes. They lose a lot of gold. You can see Picard backing a punch. Level 25 Morphling, make it 26 now.
They've just got so much left to do with catapults. There's mega creeps. Tier 4, thankfully for EG, still standing. Nullifier now for the anti-mage. That's going to help out. Nouns are coming in for round number 27 in this top lane. Keep on going until the bell rings. What is the plan here? They're looking for a fight. They want tier 4.
They want to maybe force a buyback, but I don't think they're going to be using it. Looking at the glyph situation. Radiant. Not Radiant entire habit.
Oh, they were looking for the catch on Sea-Smile top. Back to mid, the Morphling and the Undying. They're up on the enemy high ground. Matthew charging. Doesn't clip onto the Brood because he gets swung back into the fountain. That was close. And now Yamsun is just left up here to keep on pushing up into tier 4s. Mid-melee barracks is down. They got the double barracks in the tier 3. The AM is in the dire base. That's EG gathering up some buildings for nothing really traded in return.
Looking at the dire base, Sea-Smile, he uses Sleight of Fist, becomes invulnerable. There's a bunch of creeps, so they can't attack him, so they start attacking the tower. Again, chip, unhealable damage onto these tier 4 towers.
Yamsun's got on top of Matthew. Or is it the other way around? Matthew with his BKB and his halberd causing issues for Yamsun.
Unavailable. Dire side again. Pressure, cheese, Aegis. Can they contest it? It's not looking like it. The rest of the team is there. Fakaz also close by. They have vision on the high ground, but Roach dying way too quickly.
Is there a chance that Nouns can run a throne and just end the game with this Aegis?
A glyph is available. Oh, gotta work the glyph. Cause Morphling does back a punch. Maybe. I think you need to try to split them a bit. Then Anti-Mage goes in, finishes off the tower. But these Druid holding on to Aegis, they think that Yamsun can't die.
I mean, Anti-Mage didn't die there to the full brunt force of Ace Morphling and Beastmaster. Tombstone down from Panda now as well. Gunnar, half health, but she's still yet to play with. Trying to get the damage out here onto a Sea Smile Ember Spirit, but he's BKB'd up now. Nouns using this time just to
looking at the
reset.
base. Matthew, he's very, very low. Breaker.
They've caught out Panda. Undying's dead. Has buyback. Morphling is still holding a cheese here, but Picasso is being burned of his mana. Dead with buyback. Can return to the battlefield for the jump in. Yamsun looking for Whisper. BKB up for the Beastmaster. Gets to high ground. A little bit of distance here, but they keep jumping forward. Charging from Matthew. Going to the havoc. His heels in the sky. Panda, Whisper, Matthew. This is dangerous territory for EG. They have to buy back on the Morphling now. Anti-Mage and Huskies. Techies blast off in with a big mana void. Killing off two. He cheeses up, but you're right, the floor is exposed. The bear goes to work. They can look to finish this game right now. Focus the throne, end the game, look for the takedown, but Picasso's killed the bear. Glyph is up there, Yamsun trying to focus down on the Whisper. They brought back on EG to defend their base. Moo, Yamsun, they're on the
They're
throne.
going for it. They're doing it.
The game is over surely. EG, nothing left in the tank to deal with them.